Welcome to jQuery video series, and this is part 129, and today we are going to look at the animate function. So in the past we have seen inbuilt jQuery functions like show, hide. Show is used to reveal an element, hide is used to hide an element. Then we have also seen the fade in and fade out effects plus slide in, slide out. So these were the basic animations provided by the jQuery. But this animate function is a low-level function which is provided by jQuery to us in order to do some custom animations like let's see. So you can see I have an element here, and what I'm trying to do is when I click on animation, so what I'm doing is I'm increasing the width of the animation, of the element. So basically what I just did is the custom animation, right? So now how can we achieve this custom animation? So for that we can use an animate function. So this is the syntax. I know it looks a bit scary, but just hang in there. There are only few things you need to tweak in, and after that it's way too easy. Alright, so you can see the animate is a function that needs to be used, and this animate function goes with the element on which we want to perform an animation, right? So that's step one. So now it requires four things: 1, 2, 3 and 4, out of which only the first one is required. Rest all are optional, so it's up to you. If you want to do something with them, then it's okay, otherwise it's fine. So when we do animation, what actually we are doing here is we are manipulating the elements properties like height and width or left or right. Example, right? So these are the properties the animate function expects. So in our case, what I did was, one second, I increased the width of an element. So I manipulated a width. So in the animate function, I said that I want to set a width to something. I'm just giving you the example, right? So that was it. Next option is the duration. Like now this animation was, if you see, it's going way too slow. So you can configure the animation at the slow speed, at fast. You can also specify a custom number, like how many milliseconds you want to go with. If you don't specify anything, like I said, it's an optional, so it will go over the 400 milliseconds. Next is the easing part, the way the animation transition goes. The default is swing, but you can still try the linear one. Alright, and the last one is the complete. Again, it's an optional one, but a lot of people feels a bit scary when it comes into the play. The way I see it, it's just an intimation to you, hey, I'm done with the animation, do you want to do anything next? So that's about it. So again, in action, so animation completes and I get a callback saying, hey, it's done. Now I understand this is a lot to digest, but try and understand few things here. Animate is a function we want to use when we want to have some custom behavior, like increase in height, width, manipulating some CSS elements like margin, border, etc. So for that we use the animate function. Alright, so I'm assuming right now you might be having some thoughts in your head what specific property you want to animate. So that's properties. Okay, next are optional. So even if you don't specify, the duration will go as default 400 milliseconds, easing will go as default swing, and the complete is completely optional. So even if you don't do anything, it won't do anything, right? So this is how you do the animation. Alright, so now let's go to code and do some fun. Okay, so this is something you have seen. So this is a div element, this is a button. Okay, so let's go into the code and see how it looks like. So this is the h2 where I have written everything like blah blah blah. Alright, and same you can see right here. So that's h2. Okay, I'm sorry. Next is the div element, okay, on which we are playing. It has a custom CSS height. The initial height is 150 and the width is 150. Alright, and the background color is gold. If you want to make it as green, let's do green. Come outside, let's refresh, it's green. Okay, so you're getting where we are going with this. Okay, and next is to break statement, and in the end I have a button which says let's do some animation. So now I'm using a jQuery, so I have to register a button click, so my button, right? So in jQuery, okay, this was a syntax part, so let me get rid of that. Okay, deleted. So you can see in document.ready, when the document gets loaded, I'm registering my button. That means this button event. So when someone clicks on, this button, okay, I want some action. So what action I want is the animation, right? So, and that's what we are going to do. So as per the syntax, if you look at the syntax, let me get back to the syntax, I'm sorry, so we can see what we are doing here. Okay, so like I said, the animate function gets attached to an element on which we are performing an animation. So we are looking for a div which has a class named custom, so we are targeting this element, and now we are saying that we need to do the animate. So in animate, the first thing is there are properties we gonna animate. So in the current demo we did animated the width. Now let's say we want to animate it height. So these are the two properties I want to animate. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this thing, because rest of the things are Control KC. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so you can see the only thing I'm specifying right here is height and width, and I know the duration, this is the duration of animation which I'm not specifying, so it is going to be 400 millisecond, right? So let's get back here, let's refresh, let's try the animation. So you can see height and width expanded with the default speed, right? Now let's bring that this animation back, one of the parameters. So I'm gonna bring back the Control KC. Hope you're not mad. What did I miss? Okay, this is something. Okay, so now I'm specifying the speed which I want to control. Okay, so I'm doing that. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, and now let's do the animation again. So this time you will see I'm controlling the speed. Okay, so last time it was default and now I'm controlling it. The same thing I can do with the easing effect. Okay, even if I don't specify, the default is easing. So I'm going to refresh this thing and I'm going to try. I would say hardly you might have noticed some difference there. And last is the callback. Alright, so Control KU. So like I said, the callback means this is a place where you can call any jQuery function, or you can do any custom activity you like, because this function gets executed when the animation gets completed. So it's kind of an intimation to you. So again, it's optional, it's up to you. I'm just showing you like how I have configured this thing. Alright, because we want to fit all these things in. So properties, we are done here with properties. Duration, yes. Easing, perfect, and the complete. So now once the animation completes, it is gonna shout at me, hey, the animation is complete. So I'm gonna refresh this entire thing. Let's do the animation and let's wait for it. And yes, I'm done with the custom animation. So you're getting it, right? So using the animate function is quite easy. Alright, so up next we gonna again I'm gonna do the demo and I'm gonna show you what's the callback, because I understand in one instance getting the syntax and getting a hang of these things are quite difficult. So we'll repractice this thing in the next session. Alright, in the meantime I want you to explain few things. If you have any questions, queries, you can comment below and let me know. And by any chance, if this video helps you in some way, then guys, please subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. Good night and take care.